Oh, now the light is behind me again. Damn it. But if I turn it off, it's going to be bad. Hang on. I don't like this light, though. Oh, it's too bright. I can't do it. Hopefully, it won't be an issue. Let me get this up. Hang on. Let me get this up. Okay. And live chat. All right. Hi. I hope everyone's night is going better than mine. Not that mine is bad. It's fine. It's just children, and I'm sick of dealing with children in this house. When I pay for the internet and I ask for an hour a night, my kids plug in to the Wi-Fi, or not to the Wi-Fi, but to the modem to play their games, because otherwise they lag, which takes all the internet. So all I ask for is 1 hour a night when I'm doing my videos. And you would think I was killing them. And I'm so done. I'm like, I pay for the internet 1 hour a night. Really? Really? So hi. Try not to be pissy with them. They can buy their own. I know, I agree. Especially because technically, like, they're 17 and 20. It's not like they're 12. I went antique shopping for Lughnasa altar things. You didn't find a single thing? Oh, no. I have to go with you. I have to go with you. Ask everyone who was at Tarot Stock. It's where, you know, you just have to look at things in a different light and figure out how to use them. And not that you're not good at that, but I don't know. There's just something happens. All right, so I'm going to take a drink of soda, which I'm not supposed to be drinking anymore, but Peter bought it yet again. Okay. Hi, Em. How are you? So, hello, everyone. Kay, I saw you. And Ravenheart. I love Bob. I love the new name. Bob changed his name to Ravenheart, which I totally love. Too much jewelry in kids' books. Ew. Yes, I do. I really do need to slap some head stuff. I do. I've had enough. So, I wanted to... Hi, Thomas. I wanted to do two things. I wanted to talk about decks that you can pull out for the Lughnasa season. If you didn't break the cycle, then it gets harder and harder. I know. And his birthday is next week on Tuesday. And yay, I know. I love it. I think it's totally you. I just love Ravenheart. I love it. So which 50 decks are we seeing, right? I kept myself to 20 decks total, I think. I have one table, and that's it. One table. And they fit on one table. And I have, where did I put them? I have 3 or 4, oh no, over there. I have 3 or 4 decks that didn't fit, and I was like, okay, I'm going to take them off then, and that was hard because I had to take some decks out that I really was like, oh yeah, I kind of wanted this one for the season, but. So I kept it down. I was supposed to keep it down to 10 and 10, 10 Tarot and 10 Oracle, but I think I ended up with 11 Tarot and 9 Oracle. Because I figured as long as I kept it down to 20, I think it would be okay still. So that's what I did. And we're going to talk about the 2 cards that I pull out usually for Lughnasa to put on my altar that remind me of Lughnasa the most. So, yes. Hi, Shauna. So yeah, and anyways, my husband's birthday is Tuesday, and he is that's gonna be his last day of smoking. He's gonna be 49, and that's gonna be his last day of smoking. So that's when we're both supposed to start this new life step of both being healthy. So that's good. In the meantime, I'm trying to eat better and stuff, but and I went over to my mother's today she was supposed to be helping me with my diet stuff, like giving me hints of what to eat. And I don't even want to talk about it. Anyways, we did go through clothes and stuff, so someone just started smoking under my window. Ugh, yuck, yuck. I didn't swim. Nope, I didn't, Cass. I ended up, because we haven't seen each other in a long time, so I ended up talking, and that was good. But she also talked about, I don't even want to say it because Nancy's here. And I know that she didn't tell Nancy yet. She's raising our rent. Yay. Anyways, let's talk about tarot stuff. Yay. All right, so I don't know if any of you have gotten a chance to look at the deck that I unboxed earlier. But this is absolutely and definitely one of the decks that I want to keep out for Lughnasa. I love this deck. This deck is based on, she based the whole deck on W.B. Yeats, who is my favorite poet. The poem by him called The Stolen Child. And I just adore it. I just adore this deck. So for those of you who didn't get a chance to see it, first of all, I just wanted to read the poem because, hold on, you can't see. I was going to say, I adore W.B. Yeats. I have, as a matter of fact, see that thing above the lamp? That is a W.B. Yeats poem. And he is my favorite poet. He talks the most about nature and fae and the myths of Ireland and that kind of thing. So if you don't know him, he was a poet in the 1800s, and it's just awesome. So I'm going to read The Stolen Child, which is not long. It's just 2 pages. And then show you the, really quickly, I'm not going to show you all of them because I did a whole unboxing earlier today and you can go and look at it. But I just want to give you a feel for what this deck is, so that if you want to see it, you can go look at the unboxing that I did earlier, because it's so good. It's so good. So this is called The Stolen Child. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuth Wood in the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake. The drowsy water rats, there we've had our fairy vats full of berries, and of reddest stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the woods and water wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Aleister Crowley met him about 1900 when they were both in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and reckoned he was, how cool, Thomas. That is so cool. I did not know that. That's so cool. I didn't know they met. Where the wave of moonlight glosses the dim gray sands with light, far off by farthest roses, we foot it all the night, weaving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and is anxious in its sleep. Come away, O human child, to the woods and waters wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencar, in pools among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star, we seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears, we give them evil dreams, leaning softly out from ferns that drop their tears. Come, O human child, to the woods and waters wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Away with us he's going, the solemn-eyed. He'll hear no more the lowing of the calves on the warm hillside, or the kettle on the hob sing peace into his breast, or see the brown mice bob round and round the oatmeal chest. For he comes, the human child, to the woods and waters wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than he can understand. It's just so good. So, in case you didn't understand what that was about, it is literally about the fairies coming to take the children away because they feel like the world is so cruel and evil and full of shit that they want to raise them in the nature. And they want to show them magic and what the world is supposed to be like. So, yeah, it does kind of remind me of that too. Except this to me is like the fairies are trying to save them. And so that's what this deck is based on. And it is just such a stunning deck. It is gorgeous. And I'll read what she wrote on the back. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Inspired by the W.B. Yeats poem, The Stolen Child, this full-color 78-card tarot features all nature-based imagery and no man-made objects. A deeply personal project by illustrator Monica L. Knighton. Each deck includes a full tarot, 2 title cards, and links to the downloadable guidebook, which isn't done. It will be done in September, apparently. But so, yes, back when poetry was actually beautiful, right? I know, Shauna, that's what I mean. Then when you look at these cards, they're just so gorgeous. They're just so gorgeous. They are, it's like they've taken the children and they've raised them in the nature. So the backs are really just gorgeous. It's linen cardstock. It reminds me of Pagan Otherworlds cardstock, except a little bit thinner, but it's that linen finish. And so the children are like part of the nature now. The fairies have raised the children or have, they've started to grow up into the nature, and they are part of nature. So every card is, here's the Fool, is children. Yeah, it is easier to shuffle, right? Is children within nature and a part of nature. The Magician. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Deb. The High Priestess. I love the Empress. Ugh. Look at the Mama Bear. To me, that Mama Bear just... and the Empress and the Emperor, I mean. The Emperor is the polar bear. Right? And again, I'm not going to show all of these. I'll just show the ones that really did it for me. Here's the Lovers. See the children among the sugar gliders. It is called the Stolen Child Tarot. And it just came out. I backed it on Kickstarter. The Chariot. So the Chariot is about gaining that control and being able to control what's around you. And this was so awesome to me because the Chariot so often speaks of speed, and this does not. Here we have a turtle and a snail. And so you can master your domain. You can master what's around you without speeding through it. That spoke volumes to me. Justice. Look at the Hermit. Isn't that gorgeous? Here was one of my favorites is Strength. Look at the buffalo. I love that it's really an inclusive deck and includes like indigenous peoples and different colors of people, and the Hanged Man. I loved this. So look at the tree is the child, and he has given up his human life to become the tree, to house all these. There's a squirrel, there's a spider up here, the birds. So his self-sacrifice is he is the tree. We always make sure we take the children out every day. We walk trails, look for bugs, flowers. Right? Oh, I just love this. Here's Death, which is awesome. Look at the... Hi, honey. Hi, Sarana. The mushrooms, which grow from decay and death, are shading the newborn child. The moth and the wing covering the moth of, the Raven's ring. Wait, can't speak. Mercury still. Raven's wing. Just, this deck, you guys, is Temperance is the frog with the eggs that turn into the tadpoles. I just love it. So that is, hi Jack. Well, that is one of the decks that I'm going to keep out for Lughnasa. So I just wanted to share enough of it so people get a taste of it. If they like that style, they can go watch the unboxing that I did earlier. And I read the poem. So our gladiola flowers, usable in magic workings. Absolutely. All nature is usable in magical workings. So let me pull out my favorite book. Once again, I will tell you, in Magic, M-A-G-I-C-K, Magic, this book by Paul Barrel, Herbal Magic, this is my favorite book for herbal stuff because it gives you everything. I mean, it really includes almost everything. Almost everything that I ever want to see is in here. Now, because glads aren't technically an herb, they still might be in here though. They aren't. I'm surprised. Almost all the time they are in here. But I'll find it and post it in the group. Are you in the group, honey? Because I don't want to get off on a tangent when I'm doing the decks, because sometimes I can go off for a long time. All right, so deck number 2 tarot deck for Lughnasa is the Herb Crafters Tarot, which I showed a couple weeks ago. Again, I'll show a couple cards just so you kind of remember. Because this is really a spectacular deck. Love that it has a lot of the harvest kind of feel to it. Here's the backs. Oh, my son is calling me. Frankie, you should know it's 7:30, dear. So again, I'm not going to show all the cards because we'll be here all night. but I'll show a few so you get a feel for the deck, and you can look at, I did unboxings of most of these at some point or another. This was a couple weeks ago, I think. So this is a really great deck. And I have not used this deck in readings yet, but I know it's going to be great because it's very much a study deck for me. I've been just kind of pulling cards and reading the book on the card that I'm pulling because it's got awesome information in the book. Hi, somebody new? Okay. I also just unboxed this one, but it is an awesome deck. This is the Slow Tarot deck. Again, the feeling of these cards to me is this is the first harvest time. So these gorgeous art cards to me, I love anything with nature, the colors of the harvest. Hi, Greg. Welcome. I mean, look at that. That could be a Lughnasa card altogether. I like your magical name. Sun Song Weaver. I love that. So I did an unboxing on Friday. So yesterday. It's today only Saturday? It is, right? Yes. So I did an unboxing yesterday with this deck. Towards the end. And wow, my camera sucks today. There it is. Hi, Janice. So that's a really good one, I think, for Lughnasa. It's funny that a lot of the decks that I've recently gotten, Line Striders was Steven's gift to me. And all three of Silo's Thompson's decks are in this group, just so you know. The lines and the colorations of these decks to me are just gorgeous, and the nature to me speaks of the first harvest. Love that High Priestess. Love, love, love. The Empress. Very much speaks of nature and the connection of all that is, right? So that's another one. Wow, I'm doing good. I'm flying through. So the Otherkin, same artist. This is the newer deck that she came out with. So it's the same kind of feel, but there are more animals, I think, in this one than there were people. But the same feeling of the deck. Look at the Emperor with the lion. Ugh, that's gorgeous. And the tartan. The owl is the Hierophant. So that's number... these are not in order, by the way. I know I'm doing so good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm halfway through with tarot in 25 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm doing pretty good. All right, and the rest of them are... Oh, wait. Hold on. I'll go back. I tried to go from new to old decks-wise. The Children of Litha. This deck. Gosh, you guys. This is a beautiful deck. I'm pretty sure Ben just got that deck. I love it. So the Children of Litha deck is just stunning. Sorry, Jack. Very nature-based. Same with the Stolen Child Tarot. These are people that are like half people, half animals, half with nature. And it just has made such an impact on me. They're truly gorgeous. And again, I'm so excited that creators are being more inclusive. Because I think that's so important. Look at the Hierophant is the bull. Just beautiful. The Lovers. So this deck is definitely a must-have. Especially for this time of year. It just, you know, the sun is still out, but things are starting to come into harvest, into bloom. And the first harvest just speaks of that abundance, right? Raining here. Uh-oh. Wonder if that means the rain is coming my way. Okay, so that was the Children of Litha. Beautiful, beautiful deck. The Tarot Fauna. This is a deck that you all should probably know if you know my channel. This is a deck that we go through in our tarot, our Tuesday tarots. Very, very nature-based. And I love the use of the animals that she's put in here. The cardstock is great. The images are gorgeous. The High Priestess is the Raven. Come on. And we have used this deck for a long, long time in our tarot studies. So most of these cards have been shown on my channel at one point or another. So definitely, definitely a good one for the first harvest. I love it. I'm whipping through. What do I want to do next? This one, I was really surprised. This is one of the only ones I haven't put back into order yet. This is the Inner Hue deck. Yep. Luminous Tarot. So it's by Inner Hue. I've had this deck for a long time, and I haven't taken it out for a couple years, I think. And it kind of just called to me, and I kind of have missed it. Here's the back of the card. I like this cardstock. It was one of the first cardstocks that kind of kept this matte finish. And it's very similar. So here's the thing. I know we've talked about the Wild Unknown Tarot. I just don't get it. I'm just not good with the Wild Unknown. I haven't connected with it. I still have it because I feel like someday maybe I'll connect to it. Especially because this deck I love. And it's similar. But to me, the images mean more to me than the Wild Unknown. I don't know why. They just do. Look at that's Justice. Come on. The heart and the skull. So you're weighing between your heart and your mind, right? To me, this deck just is gorgeous. Here's the Five of Cups. The Ten of Wands. The Six of Swords. I'm proud of myself. I started doing independent tarot study on my breaks at work. Yay! Finished the Major Arcana Cups and just started the Swords. Swords is my favorite suit. I'm going to try to get some of the majors here because they're so gorgeous. Here's the Lovers. So I like these. They are, you know, somewhat minimalist. They're not real busy cards, but they just speak to me. I've always liked these cards. I haven't used them a ton. Here's Death. Come on. There it is. The artwork is gorgeous. Here's the Ten of Swords. Yeah, mine does not. There we go. Question. What books and or website do you recommend for true, good, solid understanding of the tarot? Okay, well, I'm not going to get off track tonight. So I would tell you the 3 books that I always say. Chase, hello, my sweetheart. Thank you. My magic hair. Before I get off track again, the 3 books that I always recommend are Holistic Tarot, Benamel Wynn, The Ultimate Guide to the Tarot, and I can't remember who that author is, and Michelle T's book, which is called The Modern Tarot, I think. Ignore me. I can't ignore you, Chase. I just don't want to get off on a tangent about something that is nothing to do with what I'm doing. But hopefully those 3 books help you. So we're looking at tarot decks that are good for this season coming up, which is the first harvest. How are you, Chase? I haven't seen you in a while again. My little sweet. Look at that 5 of Wands. You're welcome. See the 2 stags? So if you know anything about stags, I've been so insanely busy. Work is trying to kill you. Oh no. How have I been? I think I'm okay. It's funny. To Leah Lynn. Hey. I think I'm okay. It's, you know, it's same thing. I don't know if it's Mercury or I think tarot stock took a lot out of me. And it took me a while to recover. And now Mercury is kicking my ass. I don't know about you, but Mercury retrograde is kicking my ass. Anyways, if you know anything about stags, they, in order to strengthen their horns, they crash into each other in order to strengthen. And so that's kind of what the 5 of Wands, I mean, that's a perfect 5 of Wands, that challenging each other to grow and, you know, accepting the challenge as not something to break you down, but to build you up. That is one of the best cards in this deck, as far as I'm concerned. Here's Strength. Just something about this deck. I've always liked it, and I didn't use it a whole lot when I first got it, so I really have been meaning to get it back out. I'm trying to find some of my favorite cards. Oh, here's the Chariot. Love it. All right, I'm almost done. I can't find the cards that... Oh, here's the Hermit. I love her too. Love her too. So this is it the Lumina deck? It's, go to the Inner Hue website. It's a tarot deck. I swear it's Lumina, Luminous. It's not, I keep wanting to say Luminous Void, but that's different. If Stevie Nicks was the Hermit, oh yeah, absolutely. For sure, right? And then there's 2 more tarot decks. The first one is the Everyday Enchantment. Lumina, yes, thank you. Oh no. There's both Luminous and Lumina. Shit. Are either of them my inner hue? Oh, how terrible is that? Inner hue. Hang on. Now I'm going to have to tell you because inner hue tarot. Lumina. Okay. It's Lumina. What decks are good for beginners, and is it better to learn multiple decks or stick with one? Okay, so my recommendation is, you can take it or leave it, but is to stick with the Rider-Waite-Smith to start out with, because at least 85, I would say, % of decks now are based on Rider-Waite-Smith. Rider-Waite-Smith, however, is not, they're like, oh, they're kind of ugly and boring, and the problem is that they have every symbol that you need in that deck. And so because of that, you need to pick a Rider-Waite clone that has the aesthetic that you like. So whatever deck you pick, you can look through decks that are pretty, and just make sure that they're a Rider-Waite deck. Okay, when two stags crash horns, it's called Redding. Thank you, Selkie. I knew somebody would know. So the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This is just such a gorgeous deck, you guys. And I love the cards. And again, I haven't been able to use it. You buffered too? I didn't buffer here, but here's the backs, which are gorgeous. You buffered too? It's all good now? Okay. Here's the Fool. It's more modern day take, but it is really beautiful. The colors in it to me are stunning. I know, right? The backs are stunning. And the images themselves are very easy to recognize the meanings within it. So this would be a good beginner deck if you like this. Yeah, this is from Poppy Palin, and she didn't get very much money for this deck. So I feel like you really, if you buy it, it's really good for her, because I don't understand how that works, but Amazon kind of screwed her, I think. And she didn't get a whole lot of money for the decks that they have sold. She's redoing the deck she put out before this one, really? For $5. Yay! Radiant Rider. Yay! That's a good one, the Radiant Rider-Waite. So these, again, are modern images, but gorgeous. Look at that Lovers card. The two old lovers with the dog in between, and then you see the young couple behind. Isn't that gorgeous? The colors are amazing, and the back is one of the best backs ever. The Chariot. See the skateboard? For sure. So these are, and then one more tarot deck. Did I say this was the last one? I lied. Because really one of my favorite decks of all time, I kind of wait until the first harvest to be able to get it out. And so, and then it kind of stays out until Imbolc for me. So this is the Pagan Otherworlds. And this deck, first of all, has the, I don't care who you talk to, the absolute best card stock of any deck out there. This is the extra major arcana card. It's called the Seeker. And you see she is poking her head through the veil. This deck to me is life. I love this deck. I use this deck as much as possible because being a pagan, it is all about nature. And the characters that they've put in here. Look at the Magician. I mean, come on, look at him. And if you actually take the time to read the book, which is, this is hilarious. I loved this deck. But if you know me, you know I always say I don't read the books. I didn't read the book until Simon told me to get the book out, because I was looking at a card and I was making an observation about the card, and he's like, oh yeah, get the book out because it says specifically something about that. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And yes, you know what? This book is amazing too, because there's reasons for everything that they did. And the reasons are incredible. Look at the Empress. This deck just, I love this deck. It is definitely on my top 5 all time. The Emperor. Like shoes on, shoes off. The book for Pagan Otherworlds. Nothing happened. This book. All right, something happened, but nothing major happened. I just have to pick it up. Okay. Buffering again. So annoying. Here's the Hierophant. The Lovers. All right, come on. This deck to me, look at the Chariot. Ugh. Some of my very favorite all-time cards are in here. Strength. All right, I can't go through all of this deck, but the Hermit. Damn it. I do absolutely adore this deck, though. I do want to show you a couple of the minors at least. Okay, hold on. Because this Justice literally is like my favorite Justice card ever. No, this one is not on Amazon. This is by Usi, which is UUSI. Oh, here. Usi. UUSI. And yeah, right. I like the bear too. One of the most beautiful strength cards. Yes, absolutely. You don't connect with it? Well, then don't get it, Hexen. It's okay. But oh my gosh, I do. I just adore these cards. Look at, here's Death. Ugh. I just adore the Devil. Okay, this is one of my favorite devils too. I'm sorry, I can't. Come on. See the faces in his coat. That's okay, Leolyn. I do want to show you a couple of the moon. Sorry, damn it. I got to get to a couple of the minors because I do want, as much as I love the majors, I love the minors, but not everyone does. This is where some people do not get the deck, and that's because this is what I would call a pippish deck. It's not pips, because it does give you some of like hints about the meaning in the background, but it's enough for me, and it makes the cards even more beautiful to me. So like here's the Ace of Wands, which, okay, technically the ace probably is not the best card to go with here. Oh my God, what the hell is that with this fucking, it's because the light is behind me, I know it. But if I turn this off, it's gonna be dark. Oh, maybe not. There it is. Here's the Two of Wands, which usually has a man with a globe standing in between looking out. But look at the background. What'd she say? If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. That's right. Just like if it works for you, it works. That's right, Kay. That's right. It's dark. I'm scared. Don't be scared, Shauna. I'm still here. Let me show you. Oh, here's the Four of Wands. So like the wedding party and stuff like that. So see you still get, how long did it take for me to get this deck? After I ordered it, you mean? I don't think it was very long at all. They were pretty good about sending it out. I want to say maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, I like them being that minimalistic. Here's the victory. You know, the Six of Wands is the victory. Usually he's on a horse with the laurel wreath. Well, here they have the laurel wreath and the ribbon. But, you know, there isn't horse or people. But to me, that was enough to give me the hint for the book does not come with the deck. You have to buy it separately. So it was enough to give me the meanings. Let's move on to, and the court cards are even gorgeous. Okay, here's the Knight of Wands on the white stag. Are you kidding me? I adore these. I adore these. Here's the Queen of Wands with the sunflower. All right, which I'm not going to lie. That's one of the 3 cards that I pull out for Lughnasa, is this specific. But the Queen of Wands, to me, talks about the first harvest. And she actually even has a sunflower here. I like having the books. Do many of you feel the same or not? I like having the book too, even though I don't read it most of the time, but this one is like a definite with the book. Like Wildwood, but more delicate or minimalistic. Yes, I agree. I agree. The King of Wands, by the way, has the lion. The detail in these cards is stunning. Stunning. Okay, so let's say the Three of Hearts or Three of Swords. So you definitely get the idea. Here is, okay, so the Six of Swords. The Six of, yes, I do too. Yeah, that's true, Chase. I do too. It's funny that I don't always look at it unless I have a question. I'm like, I wonder what the artist was thinking. And then it ticks me off if I pull the book out and they don't really have what they were thinking. I'm like, well, that really sucks. The Six of Swords is the one where normally they're in the boat and one side of the water is rough and they're moving towards the smooth. You know, they're moving on to better waters. So again, here's the Six of Swords and you get the rough water on one side and they're moving towards the smooth waters. So you still get the meaning for the card, but there's not as much in the way. See, now it's too dark for me to see. Can you guys see these cards well enough? Or is it just because I'm an old person? Yes. I agree, Kay. Here's the Ten of Swords. So see the skull and the thorns woven through the Ten of Swords. So you totally should get that, right? Look at the Irishman, Knight of Swords. Love him. He's wild looking. Love it. Exactly. No shame in looking at the book. The Queen of Swords. I love her. All right. I'm slowing down, aren't I? I'm sorry, you guys. But I just wanted to give you an idea of yes, it did. It did have a skull on there. At the very bottom, see? Oh, come on. Really? Really, camera? You suck that bad? There it is. Yeah, and the thorns. I love the thorn bush weaving right through it. Love it. So this is absolutely just one of my all-time favorite decks. And I kind of like can't wait until first harvest to bring it out. Because it's almost like, and I know Chase knows this, because poor Chase, he only has like what? Well, you have more now, but what you still have less than 10 decks or something, right? And so I can't imagine not using one of your decks if you only have that many for a while and feeling like you need to pull it out to, it's an old friend, you know? You've got 8. That's so funny. I love that you only have 8 though. That's so, it suits you. Okay, so on to Oracle. Oracle for Lughnasa. This is an independently produced deck. It's so many. I know for you. Didn't you have like 2 forever? You used your medicine cards. And what was your other deck? I can't remember what your other deck was. Medicine cards and something. I cannot believe I can't remember. I'm going to be like, as soon as you say it. Oh, the traditional art, duh, Rider-Waite-Smith. There you go. Okay, so this is an independently produced deck. It is on Etsy, I think. I want to say it's on Etsy. This is the messenger cards for years, right? I love that though, Chase, because you connect to your decks so great and you have that relationship with them. And I have to say now, I'm not going to tell you how many decks I have now because first of all, I'm not sure. And second of all, it's like I feel guilty because I only have real relationships with probably 5. And those 5 I use a lot, and then the other ones I kind of rotate through every once in a while. That's why I have seasonal decks. So these are called the messenger cards. This is by Sandra Coons. These cards are amazing. I use them. I don't use them with clients. I'll tell you that ahead of time. These to me are very personal cards. I actually found these cards because of Hexen. It's somebody you watch too. I can't remember her name right now. She has Owl in her name, as a matter of fact, too. And she's been on and off, but I love her, and I can't remember her name. I'm totally losing my mind. But she actually had the artist on her channel promoting these cards, and I fell in love with them. Whoop, whoop, owls, right? Okay, so these are called the messenger cards. The back of the card, Owl Moon, thank you, yes. The back of the cards are this. They're square cards. And the book is amazing. And they're very, yes, Owl Moon 513. Yes, 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 that's it. Yes. And they're just very, very deep, very Owl Moon, yes. Very heartfelt cards. Tallulah, yes. The book is what makes it for me, because they really, encourage you to search your soul. As a matter of fact, I will read just one card. Let me find a card that, all right. Oh, hold on, I know. Here, is Bob still on? So, the Keeper of Magic. Let's read this one because it's really good. Yeah, they're really deep. Okay. So, this is... All right, here we go. Come on, they're glossy, so forgive. There we go. Raven is the messenger from the black void of pure creation, and Raven knows that all is well, for it can create magic in any situation, as magic is its true nature. The black iridescent feathers of the raven are a reminder that we are source energy. Good and bad do not exist within the void. Everything just is. And when we can live in the present moment from this place of non-judgment, then magic is ours to own. The more we focus on the mystery and magic of life, the more it shows itself and becomes our everyday reality. Raven also reminds us not to take life too seriously, as that can stop magic in its tracks. Ravens and crows are constantly around us in our physical environment, and they show us how plentiful the magic is. Remember that any situation can change in a heartbeat, as you are magic, and your heart is your powerful magic wand. What you focus on is what you create. So, I mean, come on. So good. And so all of these are really super deep cards that are really good for your soul. Oh, I love this card. Come on, focus. There. Right? Good for your soul cards. There's your owl. Damn woodpecker. Yes, yes, yes. The keeper card speaks volumes. All right, hold on. If I can find the keeper card, we will read one more. And then I got to move on. What are we on? 50. Oh, we're on a whole hour. I'm doing pretty good, though. Look at the illusionist. Ah, how gorgeous. Deep self-respect. These cards are just amazing. I love these cards. Did I pass it already? I probably did, didn't I? I did. Damn it. Oh, the one we just did. You know what? Mercury's in retrograde. And I just need to remember that Mercury's in retrograde. I have not tried to spray my cards out. Yeah, I'm afraid to try too. Afraid. Okay, along with the Luminous Tarot is one of my favorite oracles. Hi, Wonderfully Blessed. Connected and Free. This is also from Inner Hue. These cards are amazing. Love them. The matte finish, they have a gorgeous finish on them. And one of my favorite all-time oracle decks. The images are just freaking stunning. Come on. My phone sucks today. I'm sorry, it's Mercury. But these cards are gorgeous. They have a card for each chakra. Fear. Now, come on. Look at this card. This is fear. You see what it is? It's their shadow. They're afraid of their shadow self. It's cards like that when I know I love an artist. Chakra. Think with your heart. Love this oracle without the chakra cards. I know. I like the chakra cards because for me, when I'm doing personal readings anyways. Me too. Because it reminds me if I need work with anything. But it's hard when you're doing them for a reading. If you get a chakra card, I never know what to say. Like, you need to work on that chakra. Here's Healer. I don't recall ever seeing that oracle before. Really? I haven't brought it out in a while because I overused it. When I first got it, This is Connected and Free. It's by Inner Hue. Inner Hue. When I first got it, I used the shit out of it, and then I felt guilty for not using any of my other oracles, so I put it away for quite a while. And I saw it on the shelf today, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I need to pull this one out. You've never used oracle decks? Really? Oh, Shauna, I use oracles with every reading I do. Here's the elixir. Sun's rays. I'm trying to get to some of my favorite cards, though. Fun. They're all gorgeous. Responsibility. Communication. See the two wolves? Decisions. Responsibility, right? I had to use a corner rounder because your cat chewed up one of the card corners. Oh no. Ooh, I dropped one. Oh yeah, there's feminine and masculine. Trying to find. There's some that I'm just like, stop me in my tracks. Oh, I always love this one. Slow down. Resistance. Isn't that gorgeous? Receiving frequency. Look at the lotus. Just drawn so beautifully. Probably all of my favorites are in the back. Initiation. Beginnings. I love beginnings. Just the very beginning of the journey. Family. Is that not what I talk about all the time, you guys? We are all connected. We are all family. Your strength. Love, love, love. Soul knowing. Stop me in my tracks would be a good theme for an oracle deck. Ooh, that would be a good one. Oh, I like that. Remind me of that when I forget. Oh, here we go. One of my favorite all-time cards. Conflict. Do all oracle decks use the same card ideas? No. They all use their own different ideas. So, to me, this is the ultimate conflict. Do I think with my heart or do I think with my head? Do I make this decision with my heart or do I make this decision with my head? This is the conflict that I have probably the most in my life. It's funny that they don't often align. And that's because I'm a heart-brained person. That just is the way it is. Higher knowledge. All right, I got to move on because I'm wasting too much time and we have decks upon decks. Heart versus head. Yep, absolutely. I'm not even going to show this one. All right, I'll show like one or two cards. But this is the Angels and Ancestors. It's a Hay House deck. I think, yes, it is. A Hay House deck. It's an absolutely stunningly gorgeous deck. Many, many people have it. And many, many people have shown it, but it's a great, great deck for this type of thing, or this type of year, time of year. I hate Mercury, just so you know. It is an amazing deck. It's really, really good. Yes, books are very important with that, for sure. It is a great deck. It's very inclusive. I did not, yes, Guardians and Ancestors. Thank you. I was just going to say, I was literally, Heidi, just about to say, I did not get this deck for the longest time because I'm not an angels person. So I was like, I don't know. Anytime something says angels, I'm like, It's really not like that, though. Look, this is one of their angels, which is Magic Guardian. All right, I'm totally on board with that. I just am not an angel kind of person. So I resisted getting this deck because I didn't like the word. Me too. I totally am right with you. But it is really gorgeous. Look at, Jen's not an angel. That is so true, She-Wolf. Yeah, so this is definitely one that I want to pull out because of harvest season. Here's an older deck. Again, I'm not going to go through it a whole lot, but I had to have one deck from my favorite artist, which is Jenna Della Grottaglia, even though I am not real crazy about CBR. And to me, all of her decks are awesome, or most of them anyways. I just really wish that she didn't have to work with CBR all the time. I did not swim, I'm sorry. I ended up, but I didn't get into it with her, which was good. Metamorphosis, Ghost Lands, Commitment, Protecting Treasure, Listening. I love Jenna's work. I hate CBR. And I don't say that lightly. I just think she's disingenuous. I hate to say it like that. And I try not to, I don't know. I can say I try not to make other people feel the same, but I just have no love for her at all. So I'm always like, whatever. I'll never open up her books ever. Yay! See, Chase? We're like this. It's not just me. A lot of people feel like that. And I talk to Jenna, and she doesn't like me to say that in my videos because I know that's like her bread and butter, but I just can't. I'm like, can't you work with anyone else? Anyone? You did. You found some new points of view. Maybe it will soften me. The artwork is stunning. She is my favorite artist. She was my favorite artist like before she started working with CBR. So I just really wish that, I don't know. I won't say what I was thinking at all because I will never put that out into the universe. But yes, I do too. Yes, I agree. I think Money and Fame has changed her too. And I think that's what she's in it for, and I don't like it. This is an independently produced deck. I love this deck. Druid Wisdom Oracle. This was surprisingly one of my favorite Kickstarter decks I've ever gotten. Sometimes I get a Kickstarter deck. You know me and my Kickstarter. I love my Kickstarters, but sometimes I get them and I'm like, they're okay, and I don't ever touch them again. This one, I love. I love, love, love. It has deeper meanings. The book for this one is great. CBR is Colette Baron Reed. And she's a huge, huge Hay House author whose artist is Jenna Della Grottaglia, who is my favorite artist of all time. And she finally now is putting Jenna's name on the box so you can actually see it. But Jenna has probably done, I don't know what, 15, 20 decks with her through the years now. And it used to be you couldn't even find Jenna's name anywhere. And that was like 90% of why people loved her decks. I don't hear a whole lot of people saying, oh, Colette's words just moved me. It's always her images just grab people. And I hate that she doesn't give her enough credit, ever. So these are the backs of the decks. They're matte cards. They feel awesome. And they have very simple images, but wonderful themes. So here is Beltane, which is Summer Celebrate Vitality. And these work so well with, like I've used them with my Celtic Tarot. I've used them with my Pagan Otherworlds. I've used them. I will use them with almost any deck I showed today. The Slow Tarot, the Herb Crafters. They're really good. So here's Alban Ilir, which is the spring equinox. Fertility, prosperity. They say the Gaelic names of the Sabbats. So if you don't know the Gaelic names, they do say, like, they'll say summer solstice underneath, which we call that Litha. But the Gaelic name is Alban Hefin. And it's summer solstice, gateway, pivot. Lughnasadh or Lughnasa. Autumn harvest contracts. Very simple, but I don't know. Something about these cards, they work so incredibly well that I don't even know how to say it. Samhain. It's not just the Sabbats. She goes on to like some of the Celtic goddesses, Awen, spirit, flow, inspiration. I know they're simple, but they shouldn't be. I'm not doing readings tonight, honey. I'm sorry. Ancestors, land, family, blood. Grove, connections, community, ceremonies. Plants. New free growth, cultivate. And they have the Green Man. Earth, body, stability, manifestation. So just to give you that, Brigitte, healer. Brigitte Smith. So they celebrate the different parts of Brigitte. Caradwin, challenges, transformation, mastery. I really love these. So that is that. Quickly, I'm trying to go because, oh, it's 1:15. Well, I'm not running into your time yet, right? Okay, good. Whew. I really like this deck. It is an independently produced deck. Fairy Enchantments. I have not brought it out for probably a year and a half, something like that. The book is kind of a needed dropping kind of thing. Because it has, this deck actually has spells that relate to each of these cards. You don't have to use them though. You can just use what's on the back of the cards. But the spells are all in the book. And they have a rose gold gilding, which I adore. I think a lot more decks should have rose gold because it's gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of off topic, but do you read reversals for runes? No, I don't. But I'm still learning the runes. So I don't know if I would go by me. All right. So this is Rhiannon. And then you look at the back of the card, isn't it? And it gives you the rune, nurture, fertile, beauty. The color, the correspondences to call out to this energy. So greeny blue, jade, dusk, pine, bee, hummingbird, flowers, and garden. So that's all the stuff if you want to work with Rhiannon. That's all the stuff that, or if you pull this card, if you're just using it as an oracle, you would read, you know, okay, so it's a time to nurture yourself. It's a time to be in your beauty and know that you are beautiful. This is Matt, M-A-T-H, Matt. Understand established wisdom. And it has the rune associated and then the correspondences. This is the Fairy Enchantments, spelled F-A-E-R-I-E, which is actually the way you're supposed to spell it with the F-A-E, the Fae. Yawning, right? And again, it's, I mean, between the rose gold finish, which I love the gilding on the rose gold, and the images are stunning. So this one is Olwen. So each card gives you the rune associated, the name of the god or goddess, and then all the correspondences. I'm suddenly very hungry. We'll go eat. Yeah, it's from the creator of Tarot Vampires. I wasn't going to tell you that. Yeah, I believe so. And they came out with like a part 2 of this, which I still haven't gotten. And I'm trying to remember, they did a whole Kickstarter and I was gonna get it and then I backed out and I can't remember why. Jennifer Ball did an unboxing of the part 2 of it though, because there was a whole nother part for it. I can't believe she doesn't like say her name all over. Yes, Ian Daniels. Thank you. Whew. It is really gorgeous though. Here's Arian Rod. Gorgeous. Gwen, look at that card. Ugh. So again, really, really beautiful deck. I haven't used it in a very long time. So I think part of this season is pulling out stuff and finding new ways to use them. The first harvest to me is like, you know, ooh, what can I harvest that I already have, but maybe I haven't paid attention to lately. You know what I mean? Love these cards. They're kind of dark, but still beautiful. There's the Morgan. All right, one more. Dylan. Yeah, it's gorgeous. There's Ain. Oh, look at that one though. All right. Now that's it. But they really, the images are stunning. Here's the lightest card in the deck. And it's Bloodwood. Hi, Earthly Taurus. Bran. All right, I'm done. Okay, so my Amenti, I'm using my Amenti this season for sure. That is a deep dive of personal growth for me. If you haven't seen the unboxing, you can look back at the unboxing. It's a very deep, deep deck. The Fairy Forest. It's a Lucy Cavendish deck. Really gorgeous. Book is gorgeous. Cards are gorgeous. Upside down, right? Yep. See the doorway? Again, very foresty. I like to bring out nature more when the first harvest starts, because this is the time that I'm able to go back into nature. I mean, I love spring, but I didn't get much spring this time. And I love when it starts to cool off just a little, because autumn is my jam. I just love autumn. If it would stay autumn all the time, I would totally live there forever, wherever that was. But these are very, very pretty cards, and they're very deep too. And I think there's a piece of me that likes working with Fall into Weather. Yeah, that likes working with the Fae right up until I can. Which to me, Fae stick around until Samhain. Because, I don't know if I was taught that or if that's just the feeling that I get. But I know when the veil is thinnest again, I feel like the Fae move to their side of their part of the veil. And no, I don't read reversals, honey. Art and Tarot, I don't. I feel like the Fae go to their part of the veil when the dead come forth in Samhain, and it's a different kind of time. And I don't feel like the Fae are around very much, except for like brownies and stuff who are around during Yule, but until midsummer again, or not midsummer. Beltane. What comes first? Beltane. Thank you. Whew. Hedgewitch Botanical. This goes along with the Line Strider and the Otherkin. And this is the Oracle that goes along with it. And this is the last one. So it's different backs, but it's the same kind of artwork, which I really fell in love with. I did not know how much I would love this artwork. But again, it goes with nature, and it has the herbs and that kind of stuff, which I think is just a really good time to pull that stuff out. What, Maddie? What did I miss? Was there a penis in that doorway? Oh, I missed it. Sorry. Zombie cucumber. All right, so that is the last one, guys, and now it's been almost an hour and a half. But I have to say, for doing a deck reveal of the cards, that was pretty good. And I'm not going to do the whole study because I was hoping I would go faster, but I should have known that I wasn't gonna. I will tell you that the three cards that I bring out for Lughnasa are the Queen of Wands, the Sun, and I'm totally losing it. Queen of Wands, the Sun, and something else. Shit. Hold on. Let me open up my notes. I'm not gonna actually get them out, but Jen, give me my notes. Really? Is my computer gonna go this slow? Hold on. Hold on. It's coming there. All right, I'm not gonna wait for it. But I will do a study on it, I promise. The Sun card, God, I hate Mercury. The Sun card, the Queen of Wands, and strength. Oh, strength, and strength. Those are the 3 tarot cards that I put on my altar. And we'll talk about, next time we'll talk about why. Tomorrow morning is the tea party that I was going to do last week, but something happened and I couldn't. But I'm going to do that tomorrow morning, and I don't know what time. So I'm sorry. But I love you guys. And thanks for joining me. Even though it was an hour and a half long, oh my goodness. You hung in there. Thank you, thank you. You know I love you guys. You be good to each other. Love each other. Connect.